Hello and welcome to Susty in the City, the podcast where we talk about the joys and troubles of living a sustainable-ish life. Today I have Marsha with me, that vegan girl Marsha.
Hello.
Hello. And we are going to be talking about, I feel like, the hottest topics, which is dating, and particularly dating as a vegan or as someone who is like sustainably minded, and how it is dating with people who have clashing ethics, I suppose. As an introduction, can you give me like, you single, you hetero, like what's your deal?
So single, straight, boo.
Boo.
But yeah, single, straight. I'm not really looking though.
You're not looking?
Is that a bad thing?
Are they still finding you?
I mean, I got options.
Yeah, you got.
But I just don't take them.
Okay, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And how long have you been single for?
Oh God.
Oh God. Okay.
So long. Is that? Yeah, that's bad as well.
Have you ever been in a like? I feel like I've gotten so deep, like so early on. Have you ever been in a serious relationship?
Yeah, there's one guy that like was the one that got away. I met him when I was too young.
Okay.
But he was like almost like what you can get to perfect. He was it.
Oh.
We just met at the wrong time. I met him very close after he broke up with his previous girlfriend.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the right time.
Okay.
But he was beautiful.
And was this back when you were vegan, or did you go vegan afterwards?
Oh, no, I wasn't vegan then, so it
No.
was like ages ago.
Ages and ages ago.
It was ages ago.
Okay. And how long have you been vegan for now?
I want to say like 5-ish years.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've kind of been like on and off. I've seen people, but it's nothing
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling. I was just like doing the maths in my head. I've only been single for 2.5 years. That can't be right. We're in 2022. Yeah. As if. Anyway, so I've dated a lot in 2.5 years, and we've been in a pandemic
Dating's
during
good.
that as well.
People should date. I
Yeah.
should date. I'm lazy.
Well, a lot of them have only been like first dates that didn't go anywhere.
At least you go out.
I do.
Once
yeah.
I get home from work, I'm like, I'm done. Like, no.
I think it's like I often work from home, so then I got to go out, you know, got to find the reason.
I'm just tired.
Okay.
I'm like, can you be too tired today? I feel like that's me.
100%.
Okay, that's me. I'm always tired.
Yeah. As a vegan, do you look for a vegan man?
No.
No. Why not?
Because I don't look for someone who's going to be just like me. I want someone who's going to be open. If I'm cooking, then you eat what I'm cooking. But if you're cooking, then accommodate me.
Okay. Yeah. No, that does make sense.
But I still cook meat because I'm a nanny.
Oh.
I'm a nanny, so I have to cook.
Yeah.
So I cook what the children's diet requires.
Oh, wow. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah,
I just accidentally kicked you on the
I know,
table. That
it's
wasn't
fine.
like, shut up. That was like, I was just
No,
spinning.
yeah, I still have to cook meat and still have
Oh,
to deal with
wow.
it. So
That's so interesting. Like, I think I've once worked somewhere where I had to put cheese on jacket potatoes, and I felt a type of way about it. But, you know.
I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
I just have to look for like a vegan family, which is going to be... It's hard to find a good family as it is. So to find like a vegan one will be like almost impossible.
So you cook meat at work. Would you, if you had a partner, you would cook meat for them?
If they're in my house and you eat what I give you.
But what if you guys got together and it was suddenly our house?
I wouldn't mind because I do cook it. Is that weird?
No. I think there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not like,
Is that weird? Does the other vegans do this? Yeah,
I would not. But like, I've been vegan since I was 13. I've never cooked
You've been
meat.
vegan a long time.
Yeah.
And it's not around your work as well. So it's almost like you've kind of cut it out.
I literally chose a job where I could professionally be vegan.
Yeah, well, I have to still deal
Yeah.
with it. And, you know, it's a whole thing. Like, I can't just say, hey, I'm vegan, so I'm not going to cook meat. That's not, you have to do what the work
Yeah.
tells you to do.
It's just interesting too that you take that over into a relationship. I know that so many vegans are just like, no.
No.
So I've had a boyfriend before, and he was allowed to cook whatever he wanted when we were living together. Or even I'd go over to his for dinner, and he'd cook a dinner, and then he'd serve mine up, and then he'd throw the meat in, stir it up, and then serve his up. So
It's
I
about being open to things. 'Cause if someone's
Yeah.
not saying I'm not religious, but if someone was very religious, I wouldn't hold that against them or kind of make them feel any type of way. So I kind of want that same back. So
Yeah, so you're one of those like just mutual respect sort
Yeah.
of people.
I
Yeah.
mean, everyone has to be like that, no? Everyone should be like that.
So okay, so this is the fun part. So I was asking my followers earlier. I was like, why do you like to date vegans? So the majority of my followers, I don't know actually, it's not that many of my followers, maybe like 60-70% of my followers are vegan. And we've argued about it in the past. I suppose would be the way to phrase it. Like I've said, oh, I don't like dating vegans. They've been outraged. Not like in a mean way, but it's a fun topic, right?
Yeah, but you would date a vegan if he was like hitting all the other notes, right? It's not like
I see your point.
it's not a negative, is it, for you?
Oh, so
Oh, it is.
it's kind of what you were saying. I don't want someone who's just a copy of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want someone preaching as well.
Yeah.
Just let me eat my food and mind your business.
So it's kind of it. And then also I don't know, vegan men just seem to, I know I have some fans that vegan men, and I don't mean all of you, but they can just be a bit annoying about it in ways, like a bit arrogant about it.
Is it like vegan men or is it vegans?
Yeah, maybe. One of my friends earlier replied to my stories being like, she doesn't like to date vegan men. The men are big fish in small ponds and they think they're 10s for bare minimum. I wouldn't say that's 100% fair. I feel like that was quite harsh. However, I think there is it was savage. I was like, I'll keep you anonymous. I think there's some truth to it, right? Because when vegans like to date vegans, the ratios are really in their favour.
Yeah, because there's more vegan women than men, right?
Yes. I don't have the stats, but like I've got lived experience. Yeah.
All the vegan guys I know are lovely.
I know a lot of lovely vegan guys too. But would I want to date
them?
Friends.
But we're friends. So, I don't know. I'm just very picky overall. So I'm not going to be like, no to vegans. Okay. But, some vegans are annoying.
They are. Oh, I hope you're not looking at me right now.
No, not you. That'd be really rude. You're really annoying, by the way, just so you know, throwing it out there.
I have heard. It's fine. You wouldn't be the first. So what is it that you do look for in a guy?
Someone who's funny. Like, I want to, laugh with you and almost wet myself. That kind of funny. And there's someone who's chilled. I don't want anyone being too preachy about anything, like religion, politics. I just want to be able to chill with you. You're in my space, so it's chill. I'm in your space, so it's chill.
What if they were low-key? Like, they didn't talk about it a lot, but they were, like, really... I don't know, like a lot of vegans hate Tories, right? Like we've seen the T-shirts, thou shalt not fuck Tories, you know? Like what if he was like a conservative voter? He wasn't like preachy about it. He wasn't always talking about it, but he did that. Like would that bother you if his like political views were like wildly...
I would wonder why. Because it's one of those things like if... I don't mind who you vote for, but what are your reasons to it? Because if it kind of almost doesn't in line with who I am, then why are we together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I was in America and someone's like, I'm a Trump supporter, I'd be like, hello, have you looked at my face recently? Like, we just don't align and that kind of thing. But I think it's different in England because you can have friends who don't have the same political view as you and it'd be okay. But in America, I feel like it's very different.
I feel like in the UK, we're more likely to vote for who we vote for because we hate the other leading party so much. So often even like Tories are only voting Conservative because they fucking hate Labour. It's not even like...
Or who's in charge, like, I don't like that guy. So it's almost like we may value their kind of points, but we just don't like the person in charge.
But I also find that very interesting because I think when people talk about dating like vegans and the reasons for and against like dating vegan or non-vegan, it is really interesting to talk about politics as well. And I'm just like, I like something different. Like
I don't want to put anyone in a box as well.
Yeah.
Just because I am vegan doesn't mean I'm going to act like this certain way. You know what I mean? I'm not a box, so don't put me in one.
Yeah. And I also think a lot of people like to label like non-vegans as having like zero compassion as well. You and I, we weren't born vegans. Does that mean we weren't compassionate people?
Well, I was told that I wasn't compassionate because I didn't have any children.
Oh, wow, okay. Was that a stranger on the internet?
No, this was like an ex-friend.
Sorry, repeat. So you're...
Yeah, she said, like, we kind of had a falling out, and she kind of said that. And I was like, wait, so I haven't got children, so I don't have empathy for other people. And I was like, I've literally looked after children my entire life. I feel like it's a really weird stance to say, like, if you haven't got children, you can't feel empathy or compassion for someone.
I think you maybe are lacking empathy and compassion if you need to have children to have those feelings.
Yeah, have you just started having them?
Yeah, one of my followers earlier today also compared... So if you're in a relationship and you're dating a non-vegan and you're seeing it going somewhere, she was like, I could date a non-vegan, but I'd like to see where it ends up. And I feel like it's kind of like that, do you want children chat? So, you know, you sit down and you're like, how do you feel about marriage and kids? And she was like, I'd also be like, and veganism, how do you feel about veganism? Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, it's a very hot topic though, but it's not just vegans who have that. If the people are different religions, they're like, how are we going to raise that child?
Yeah.
You have to find a middle ground.
I've not even thought about that. I guess it is just like being religious. I think I would personally like struggle to be with someone who was like strongly religious.
It'd be the family as well. You'd have to do it. It'd be hard if you kind of like go against everything that they believe.
Yeah, that is different.
But I grew up religious. I went to church on Sundays. I did Saturday school. I used to go during the week. I used to go like church at minimum 3 days a week.
Are you like actively? I think that's like the difference. Yeah. So I could date someone
I'm a fake Christian like most like most British people in England. Like we like the holidays, but we don't. How many people have read the Bible or know the roots of the holiday.
I mean, my favourite thing is that the Church of England is all rooted in King Henry VIII wanting a divorce. I want to spread the love around. I want to spread my seed, and I want to get a divorce. And I just love that as the root of our religion. I find King Henry VIII fascinating. I'm not saying he's a great guy, but like...
I love history.
Favourite period?
No, I don't have a favourite period.
Okay.
I just like... No, I like nothing to do with England history.
Okay.
More Egypt. I like that side to it. I like the pharaohs and the gods. That's
the mummification.
Yeah. Because it was beautiful. Like when you see the stuff they found, and I just... Okay. Yeah, that's my vibe. But nothing to do with England, sorry.
I love the dramas of the Tudors. I'm sorry. Henry VIII just going through the women. The drama when you were at like primary school. No? It was like juicy.
You're still on it. I love it. You should have been a history teacher maybe.
No.
No, don't like.
I think I found my calling. This is fine. The kids would not have patience for me.
Do you like kids?
I feel like my pause was enough there. They're not awful. I wouldn't want a career around children.
Okay.
Whereas clearly you do.
Yeah, but I only like my children to look after.
Yeah.
All the other children are like annoying.
Yeah. Okay, it's cool. Because like I like my nephew.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I'm not a monster. So if you had children, would you be like they're going to be vegan?
Yeah. And I think this is not a vegan thing. And I've had to deal with this with like medical situations, but I want to make sure they have the vitamin and minerals they need. I forget it for myself. I'm actually really lax when it comes to making sure I have everything I need. I look after everyone else. Okay. That's what I do.
What's your star sign? Cancer?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
We look after everyone else and we kind of forget ourselves a little bit. But look at my job. I look after
my sister's a Cancer too. This is so ridiculous.
See,
yeah, nannies. Bloody hell.
I'm a typical Cancer.
Yeah, this is why we get on well. I like.
Really?
Yeah. I'm Sagittarius. So when I was like a teenager, I hated being like mothered or whatever. And now I'm like, it's kind of like having a PA. I like that in a person, like someone who like looks after me, looks out for me. Yeah.
I check in a lot. And then people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, let's not talk about me. How are you doing? Like, I just don't like doing stuff like that. But yeah, I'm trying to get better.
I'm trying to get less toxic and self-centered, but Sagittarius.
That's just me. That's how I do.
Yeah. Like, you can't fight nature.
I know, I am. Star signs, shit. Jeez. Oh, can you swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going back to the whole like dating thing, I feel like some of my followers brought up really good points for people who are pro like vegans dating vegans.
Yeah.
The whole like kissing meaty lips, to very much phrase it directly, like the idea of kissing someone. No. If someone's like eating a steak and they got all this like meat juice on their lips, or like, I don't know, meat breath.
Juice. Who are these people kissing? They're kissing dirty people. No, sorry. Eat your food, wash up, and then...
So you've gone on a dinner date and the guy's ordered a burger or a steak, and then you're doing your thing. At the end of it, they want to kiss you. Like, are you like, go wash your hands, wipe your lips, swirl
if I
some
have
water
to tell
about,
him,
like...
he's not for me.
Okay. You'll just be like, no. Yeah, okay.
And that was even before I was vegan. No, wash it, like, freshen up.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
I don't know.
There we go. That's just hygiene. That's not a vegan thing. That's hygiene thing. Okay.
Basic hygiene.
No, but the meat breath is still a thing.
Oh, but I'm one of those vegans that actually likes to smell the meat. Is that bad? That's bad, isn't it? Like, it doesn't repulse me.
So if a guy...
I stopped eating meat because I just didn't want to deal with that whole, like, meat situation. But...
So if he has, like, hot dog breath, you're like...
No! Hot dog was gross! That's...
Okay, like, what sort of breath are you like, oh?
No, I'm not going to be like, oh.
Okay, you're not like, oh, this is so naughty.
It's not turning me on. What's happening here? Like, this is not, like, I'm not getting turned on by meaty breath. Okay, that doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for you. What's happening here?
Okay, so I was correlating it to this. So something I find oddly sexy is like cigarette breath, even though that's exactly, it's grim. So I'm like, what I think of cigarette breath is what you think of like hot dog breath. Is the leap I took, but clearly
no. But cigarette is like it's filth.
I know. Ugh, love it.
I mean, that says a lot about. Anyway, no. Like for me, for cigarette is when the smell is like someone like has a shower in the morning, puts on like perfume or aftershave. You're smelling good. You have a cigarette, that's all you smell like.
I don't like it when they smell like cigarettes, but if there's a little bit on it on their
house who smokes, that's all I smell. You could have sprayed the house, cleaned it top to bottom, but all I smell is cigarette. And that's a no for me.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that on meaty breath. Oh, yeah, see, one person message. I once kissed a man and he put chicken in my mouth. Like he clearly
What, like
had
a baby
some...
bird? What's happening with these people? You need to check your followers.
I love my followers. I will not have this. Am I a position to judge? Like, honestly, no. So
Someone put chicken in your mouth. I'm
like, so
judging.
basically, I'm guessing they ate a big chicken dish. There was, like, some food lingering. They snuck, and then suddenly the girl's like, ew.
Isn't it common courtesy that if you've been eating something, regardless,
Yeah.
you have a swig of your drink, your beer, your cider, your shot. Swig something. There should be no debris in your mouth when you're kissing. That's
I'm just
gross.
saying, the risk is zero if you're with a vegan. But, like, if you're a meat eater...
So what? I'm not going to be happy if a cucumber comes into my mouth. That's not okay.
Okay, this is a fair point. I'd be happier.
I'm not a baby bird. This is not okay.
I would be happier with a cucumber than a bit of chicken.
I'm upset and it didn't even happen to me. Like,
I know, that is actually how I felt with this one as well. Other people, do you know what? This was a big one. Dead animals in the fridge. They were just like, I don't want to see meat in the fridge. So if you're like at the stage where you're living with someone, and I'm like, I've been in house shares too long.
And I still have to deal with it at work. So I feel like we definitely
How many people are living alone to be like, I can't see meat in my fridge?
If you're living with family or friends, are you all vegan? Like, you're going to see it and you may not like it, but you can't like everything in life. So
I guess this makes sense. If you've been raised vegan and your family is vegan, and then it might actually just be so shocking to see.
But how many people have been raised vegan in a vegan household? How many?
I do not have the stats here.
Why don't you?
There must be a few.
Very unprepared.
I'm very unprepared.
I worked for Veggie. I worked for a veggie and meat eater. The dad was meat eater. Mum was vegetarian. And she raised her child vegetarian. But they would always check up on his kind of like nutrition situation. Yeah. But mum ruled, so it was her way.
My cousin was raised like this, but then he started eating meat around like 13. But I went vegan around then, so
actually quite a lot of children just don't take to meat a lot. Parents force it on them, and I've had that quite a lot. Like,
interesting.
Yeah,
so
like
it's something you learn to like, sort of thing.
Well, they've kind of been forced to if they've come from a meat household.
Yeah.
Because you're eating it, you give it to your children. Well, it is what it is. But a lot of children take a long time to eat meat. Like my last little boy, I had them for 7 years, and he wasn't a fan of meat. But still, like if I did like a veggie like lentil soup, it was totally vegan. That was his favourite meal. Oh. And that's unusual for a child who's 2-3 years old.
Even I think I'd turn my nose up at a lentil soup.
It was really good soup. I'll make it for you, okay? Don't judge my soup.
You've been telling me this for like a year now. I'll make you this, I'll make you that.
I know. You need to come to my house. I'm sorry.
And generally, like the other thing is more the whole... Okay, actually, one thing which was valid is that meal times are easier, especially when you go out to a restaurant. Like if you're picking a restaurant, it's like, shall we try this vegan restaurant? There's no, fine. You know,
restaurants are getting better, so that would get easier as it goes along, right?
Yeah, but... Okay, there's a difference between a restaurant you can eat at and one that you really want to eat at, right?
Yeah.
So we can eat at a lot of places.
I'm the only vegan in my friend kind of dynamic, and they always worry about me. I'm like, I'm cool. Like,
yeah.
If they didn't have much, I'm going to go home and eat or go to your house and eat. Like, you're going to order me something because you're paying. But I don't stress it too much. So for me, it's not a big deal. I mean, I know it's not just vegan. Some people have an issue when they go to a restaurant.
Okay.
They make a big deal about things, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't eat this. So I'm just like...
I'll eat what I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really fussed about it because it's not like I'm going to starve. Like
generally, you're at a restaurant for the company as well.
Yeah, and just get out and I'm not cooking.
Yeah.
That's really fun to not cook.
I get that.
So I'm not really fussed about stuff, but I get some people are a little bit different to me. So just keep it chill. I'm not really a fussy person when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think I would struggle dating someone where they're like, I love a steakhouse, because like, I feel like that's the one place we famously just still can't really dine at. They don't want us there. We don't want to be there. Like the steakhouses and the vegans,
like,
we don't mesh.
Some chips.
Even that, they're like, but it's been cooked with the steak, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never went to steakhouses before I was vegan as well. It wasn't for me.
No.
I wasn't a steak person.
I once dated one guy that was like, can we go to a steakhouse? I think he was just trying to make me feel difficult, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but then that's when you know, like, regardless, like, why are you making my life harder? Then you're not for me.
I don't know. I found it kind of spicy, but like, I was like,
oh,
it's just trying to...
It's a red flag,
I like it. Oh, yeah, but red flags are icks? What are you talking about?
That's a red flag.
It's a red flag, but that doesn't mean it's an ick.
Why are you trying to annoy me?
Oh, different people we are. To add a bit of balance to this conversation, we have a non-vegan producer in the house. Hello, Roman.
Hey, what's up, ladies?
Hello.
I know, right? The deep voice. Geez.
Hello.
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Say it again.
Wagwan. What's going on?
Yeah, for the ladies.
Thank you for
Sorry, am I
objectifying him like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Wagwan.
Yes.
I say it as well. I'm doing
I
it for the
feel
guys.
triggered.
Okay.
Sorry. It's two-way thing.
Wagwan.
Oh, no.
No, not for me.
It's not for you.
Not for
Sorry.
me. I tried my best.
Sorry.
You did.
Okay, so the question, what is my question even for you? So you're not a vegan.
No,
How do you feel about vegans?
I don't mind them. I was raised veggie.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, I was raised as a vegetarian until I was about maybe 14, 15.
And then you went to the wrong sides of the tracks.
And then I started to go over to the other side of the track. But I don't mind vegans.
Okay.
I'm probably about 70% vegetarian now even.
Okay.
You know? Like, so, yeah, I don't mind them.
He has an open mind. He has an open mind. It's not like, oh, vegans are this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're open to it.
Yeah, I mean, there is, I think vegans get a bad rap in society. You know, people think that they are a certain way. You know, we're all humans, just a food choice. You know, that's all it is.
There you go.
I mean, that's what the non-vegans say. The vegans are like, oh, it's more than just a food choice.
All right, yeah, it's a lifestyle choice. It's an ethical choice.
Yeah.
There's a lot
But
involved.
that's how mine
There's a lot
started, though.
involved.
Mine was a food choice. Like,
Yeah, okay.
milk was the first thing I kind of...
Was that for like the skin and...
No, like, it started to make me feel ill.
Oh.
And, like, I feel everyone has an intolerance.
I think I
To
was
milk.
intolerant to cheese.
But we kind of let stuff go, right? When we have, like, a kind of weird feeling, we kind of, oh, but that's what happens when you eat food. But then I was like, no, but that only happens when I have milk. So I kind of let that
Okay.
go.
I think a lot of people aren't even analytical enough to even think through what they eat and how
But
they
people
feel.
like routine as well. So when you break that routine, people find it really hard. People like routine. They like, oh, I do this. And then egg was a thing that got me.
What, like it grossed you out or you didn't want to give it
Oh,
up?
it was... Oh.
When I learned it was a period, I was like, ugh.
No, it's just
No.
like... And when you're a nanny, you don't have to deal with egg as much. But the little girl was like, can I have egg?
Oh. It's
And then I cracked one.
oh no, it's the cracking I can't stand.
I cracked one and it was like red. I felt like I was in American Horror Story and it was like a scary situation. I was like, not for me. Nope, I'm done with that. So that was like when I
That
stopped
was
eating
your
egg.
oh wow. Wow.
And so it was like dairy, the evil egg, and then
evil egg.
the evil egg. It was evil. Like it scared me so much. and then meat afterwards.
I feel like you needed to start that with a trigger warning. I'm
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Soz,
okay, it's
guys.
okay. Sorry to bring her up, but in Taylor Swift's new music video for Anti-Hero, in the first 20 seconds, she's like cutting through this breakfast with like bacon and egg. And I was like, oh, Taylor, like, come on.
Don't like her. See, look at that.
No, I mean, I love her. But yeah, she cuts into the egg, glitter comes out. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, Roman, okay, so you're actually quite chill for a meat eater. So you're not really given as much as I'd hope here. But you would date a vegan, right? I know you're in a relationship. We're not propositioning you here. But
Yeah.
Wagwan.
But oh, you're bringing the deep voice, yeah?
yeah.
No, yeah, I definitely would. I'd date a vegan, I'd date a meat eater.
Do you just want good food, right? Or whoever you're dating, you just want good, tasty food, regardless.
You do, regardless. Like, if I dated a vegan and all they cooked was vegan food, but it was tasty, I'd get involved. I'd be
there you
happy.
go.
I'd
I'm
be
not
happy.
for him then.
I'm a feeder. Hence my job again.
yeah.
What does that mean? You're not good in the kitchen?
Who?
Oh, me.
Nicole.
Yeah. I feel like I'm famously the person that tries out the weird stuff and the lazy stuff. I think, to be fair, I think a lot of it is from being in house shares. Like, I can
No,
never...
your porridge upsets me.
Oh, I like my porridge, okay?
Guys, it's like cement. Like, she says she does it because she doesn't want it to fall out the bowl, but that shouldn't be your main situation when it comes to making food. Like the spillage situation.
No, I like a thick porridge. I don't like porridge too runny. That's grim.
Yeah, but yours is like actual cement.
I hear your point. It's not
Sorry,
that bad.
sorry.
It's not that bad.
I don't want you to feel attacked. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's only my podcast. I can cut it out if I'm unhappy. But my niche in the vegan world, when I get into the food thing, I like doing restaurant reviews and
Yeah, they're really good.
oh, thank you. And then I went like viral earlier this year when I bought that weird vegan fish. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the one that was shaped like a fish.
Shaped like a fish, and it was so triggering for vegans and non-vegans. Like
It
everyone
wasn't for me.
hated
It just upset me because I don't like any vegan fish vibe.
Okay.
It's not for me. But I haven't tried like the sushi kind of thing.
Okay.
So I might like that, but I haven't tried it.
I'm still waiting for us to get a good vegan tuna steak. I think that's all
I
I'm
never liked
after.
tuna when I was non-vegan.
I think it's because I had a pescatarian year, and you just get really into fish in your pescatarian year. And I feel like I enjoyed fish in a way I never enjoyed meat. So I was like, oh, giving that up.
Yeah, I was never like a tuna. Like I would never do like a tuna mayonnaise. So I know that when I've tried it, as a vegan option. I'm like, nah, it's not for me anyway.
Well, anyway,
Regardless.
that's only mayo. Like, every time I've had, like, a vegan tuna mayo, it's like having a chickpea. Have you ever had... No. If you mush up chickpeas and put it
Some
with
things
mayo...
don't work. I'm
It
sorry.
does.
It doesn't.
Oh, do you know what?
Very upset by this.
I'm going to die on this hill.
Okay.
But, you know...
No, it's not for me. Like, no.
Have you tried vegan tuna, though? Like, I'm not saying
Yes,
it's...
I have, yeah.
And you rate it?
No.
Okay, cool. So chickpeas are just as good. You see, I'm not saying it's exceptional. I'm just saying if we're going for anything,
Are
might
we
as well
doing
stick
like,
with the
so
chickpeas.
do you make it with like mayonnaise, salt and pepper, sweet corn?
Ew, no. Sweet corn I don't like. I have it
You don't like corn
occasionally.
or cob?
No, I do. I just
Oh, you don't like the bit?
I don't like the aftermath of sweet corn, you know.
What?
I don't like singing.
Why are you looking? Why is she looking? What's happening?
I can't believe you made me admit this, like in public.
I didn't. You could have just let it go, but you're the one who's saying, like, why are you looking?
Wait, hold
Roman
on.
gets
Why
it.
are you single again?
Don't be rude.
Wagwan.
Like I say, I'm welcome to cut out whatever.
It's always, we're not gonna get none of this, are we? That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, a lot of people are just like, I want my partner to share my values when it comes to dating vegans, but I don't think being vegan is a value. It's what you do with your values, but it's not a value.
Values to me is like how you are as a person, how you conduct yourself, your values when it comes to nothing to do with eating.
No, I feel like
As a person, like, are you loyal? Are you loving? Like,
no, but even that, it's like I think a lot of vegans will be like, it's very compassionate to be vegan. So if you're like vegan, you're a compassionate person. But I think compassion.
what, so if you're not vegan, you're not compassionate. That's not
Exactly.
That's not nice. That's
I
not,
feel like compassion can be expressed in so many ways, and there are some people who are compassionate, and they can be so good in so many ways, and they'll look at me and they'll be like, "You're not compassionate."
But I know, but I've seen vegans who literally are just about animals, and when it comes to human rights, they're not the same value. Which I just
and that's not compassionate, is it?
no.
Especially like, so as someone who's in the beauty side of things, like we care about animal testing, and then we'll be like, oh, I don't care about child labor, like Mika, whatever it is, farming. Like it's like, I mean, it's easier to shop cruelty free than like child labor free, like via certifications and like, but
Yeah.
to not even care. Ugh.
My stance will always be I will consider humans first before animals, and not because I don't care about animals. Obviously, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
But my nature, like if there was like a burning house, I'm gonna try and save the children first.
Yeah.
And then if there's a pet, go after them first.
Oh, that's a. I mean, you just want to save everyone, but yeah, like I love pets.
No, literally,
I've
I'm
had
going in.
No, I know what you mean. And I feel like I'd be
Wrapping
the
up my
same.
hair, it's all wet. I'm going in. I know what to do.
I think the thing is, I've had a pet, but I've not had a child. So I'm like, oh, you've.
I've not had
like,
a child.
Yeah, I know, but like, oh my god, that tugged at me. I think it's because I'm like, is it my pet or someone else's children? I'm like, I don't want to be put in this situation. But generally, I do agree with you. Yes, I would value
And I feel
human
like
life above animal
There's
lives.
People who are like activists who are very much for the animals, but that's all they talk about. They don't have nothing when it comes to any human rights issues, and that for me is quite triggering.
That's upsetting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the vegan movement is moving away from that. I feel like we've been called out on that, and a lot of us have been like, shit. Like, I think that was me, maybe. I was like, very good point.
right.
Yeah. But then there are other vegans who will like stick to their mantra, and they'll be
Yeah.
like, the animals need us. Like, they're voiceless. So they're
Children.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying like people pick one or the other, but for me, the first situation will be children
Yeah.
and humans, and then it will be adults, and then it will be like animals and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of like on Titanic, you know? There's a list. This is the same shit. Like, why are you giving me this look? They save women and children first.
If you were rich.
Oh, yeah,
And
that
if
too.
you live below.
Yeah, I forgot about that part of the movie. I retract my Titanic as an example comment.
Wagwan.
Where were we? Yeah. So,
red flags. What's happening? We went to the
okay.
Titanic.
Yeah. I know. This is a sinking ship. Yeah. So I was asking my followers earlier about what my icks are, because I was like just basically trying to prove that there are more unappealing things about me than being vegan.
But why did you ask it about you? You should ask icks in general.
No.
People don't know you though, so I feel like it's quite bad to like.
Oh, I don't know.
ick
People
about
that watch
someone
my
you think you know.
the people that watch my stories tend to. I feel like they know me
They give
quite
you the
well.
ick?
No.
No,
I
they
give
give-
them. I
oh.
give them the ick. Like, I feel like they just. But everything was about my.
See,
food
I
choices.
judged you before I met you, and I met you and I liked you.
I'm just an ick. you know?
I did judge you.
What was it you thought about me? You've told me this before. What was it?
Yeah.
Safe space.
Safe space. I just thought you were going to be very annoying, very much almost too girly for me.
Oh, and I'm not.
No, you were nice. Like when I met you.
Yeah,
you were
but
nice.
girlies can be...
Yeah, but sometimes because I'm quite a tomboyish kind of vibe. So when someone's too
We
girly,
met at a vegan salon, just to
Yeah.
clarify. Like, tomboy still goes to the salon.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I like...
Yeah.
My hands got to look good, okay?
Yeah.
And my toes. Because you all like all about beauty and things like that. I'm kind of like basic when it comes to beauty. Like, I want to look good, but I take 15 minutes to get
I
ready.
think I'm still really basic with beauty, though.
Yeah, but
like...
I thought you were more than that. I thought you were like almost like too much, like girly.
Bless you.
But no, you're fine. So it's all good.
I do think I am more of a girl's girl. Like, 100%.
Yeah, I'm a girl's girl, but you not too.
I used to think, so when I was growing up, I thought I wasn't girly. And now that I've gotten to this point, I'm like, my job is in beauty and veganism, and I listen to too much Taylor Swift and all this. I've accepted the fact that I'm a girly girl.
Are they all red flags? I'm joking.
Are they all red flags? Do you know what? They're all icks. I think the one I was waiting for, which did eventually come in, was my obsession with Taylor Swift is an ick. Oh my God. Someone said, when you describe something as indulgent is an ick. What does that even mean?
Indulgent's not a bad word.
Am I overusing
Moist is a
it?
bad word. They ruined that.
Oh no.
And daddy. That's a bad word now.
Daddy.
Some people have ruined words, like normal words that were fine back in the day, but now,
Well, yeah, you wouldn't call your dad daddy, but
not anymore.
no.
And when I make a cake, I can't call it moist because that relates to other things.
I still use the word moist.
I can't. No.
No,
They ruined it.
they ruined it.
They
Okay,
ruined it.
okay. What would you say? Indulgent.
That's
That
a good
way.
word.
Kill it.
Why do people... That's not a bad thing. Use it. Use it more for that person.
I will do. So
Yeah.
indulgent. Yeah, a lot of people are just saying like the way you chew and messy eating and food in your hands. Whatever. Has anyone ever told you you're an ick, or are you like pretty safe?
I'm not an ick.
No, okay.
So fucking perfect. But there must be
Okay.
an ick about me.
I'm
Too
not.
many candles, too many plants.
Too outspoken.
Am I?
I don't think it's an ick. I'm drawn to that about you. That's why I brought you on here.
Because I talk too much.
Yeah.
When I go to interviews and I've been in there for like 3 hours and people are like, oh my God, they went really well. So I was just chatting.
You've been to 3-hour interviews.
Yeah. Like I've had dinner and interviews. They were like, I was there for so long. Like they gave me a meal.
I think the rest of us go to interviews on our lunch hour, and
No, it's like a whole thing for
Okay.
me. Getting meals and all sorts.
yeah, I mean, being a nanny, it's a very intimate role, so
personal.
it makes sense. It does
Personal.
make sense. I feel like you're about to tell me you've been to more dinner dates with families than with men in the last
Oh,
year.
100%. Jesus. No, my last family, I was there for 7 years. So, but then I did find a family. I was only there for like a month and they sacked me.
Oh.
And it was best thing because I had to get paid. They paid me for like 6 weeks.
Oh, brilliant.
So I couldn't leave. I was like, I can't want to get
May I
sacked.
ask why you got sacked?
They just said it wouldn't work. They said I liked one child more than the other. But you know, I
Did you?
didn't. No.
Oh.
Do you know what it was? I feel like the boy was older, the girl was younger. And
It sounds like one
They-
child was insecure.
No, they let a lot of stuff slide, and I thought when they're older, you can't let stuff slide because it's hard to get them back.
Okay.
So his behaviour was not my vibe.
It was not up to the level of hers.
No, and I'm not strict, and they were always late, and I feel like if you don't value my time, then it's not for me. I would overcharge them. Oh, were you 5 minutes late? That was like 100 quid.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm joking. That
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
that bad. But if they're late, then I'm late getting home, and nanny's hours are still like really
Crazy.
long. I literally have to leave my house like 6:30 in the morning, and then I
Okay.
get home at 7:30. So that's
Okay.
a whole day.
13 hours, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just like, if you're late, then that's an extra time in the evening where I'm not at home chilling. It's just respect. So
I agree.
And I'm older now, so the things I used to let slide when I was younger, I'm not taking that. I
Yeah.
know my worth.
I feel like everything you're saying about being a nanny is like so applicable to dating right now.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, be on time,
I
be
know my-
respectful, and I
like-
know my worth and have high standards.
Like if a guy's late on a date, come
Yeah.
on.
It's the
I'm
worst.
drinking a bottle of wine and you're paying for it and I'm just leaving. I'm not even chatting to you.
Yeah, there have been times like if a guy's late, I'll go into the like if we're meeting for a meal or at a bar or whatever, I'll just go in there and I'll order my drink and I'll be like, well, that was the first round.
You weren't there. So
Yeah. You're on the next.
I just don't,
What can I do?
And I don't like being late for things.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like being late.
I think it's so rude, but I actually think like, okay, so Roman, again, like before I tarnish all men, you're welcome to have a say, even though I feel like if you say the right thing, I'll say you're just saying it for the sake of it. How
I
do you
can't
feel?
really
right
win
thing?
in this situation.
Say the right thing. Wagwan.
Time. I feel so excluded from this, but it's okay. It's
No,
okay.
I think you should join us with the Wagwans.
Say it again.
I
say it
tried.
again.
No, I can't say. I got slaughtered last time. Are you always on time? And like when you were dating, would you always be on time?
I genuinely would be. I'm a very punctual person. Like
gentleman.
He was today.
He was.
I pride myself on being like early because they say if you're on time,
You're
then
late.
you're late.
Yeah.
So you gotta be there early. You gotta be early.
I was
That's
early.
this phrase. You were early. You were earlier than I was early, but you were early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm sorry. I can't be the representative that lives up to this.
Well, anyway,
You
men.
need to talk to your boys because they're late.
Yeah, men
and
are
we're
late.
thinking that they saw us and then left.
I never think that.
Oh, I think that.
Oh.
I feel like they saw me and be like,
Has that ever happened? Has a guy ever done that?
No, I've not been stood up before.
I've been stood up.
But I think that.
When I got stood up, people
That's a
just...
confidence thing for me. I lack.
Well, I mean, it's
confidence.
embarrassing. I will tell you, like, being stood up is embarrassing. But I was like, what the fuck is this boy doing? I feel like I've been forgotten about. I've turned up to dates before and I've been like, he doesn't look quite like what I expect. But I'm here now, though.
Guys must feel that a lot.
I've genuinely never stood someone up, but I have turned up to a date and immediately regretted it. In
Yeah.
the sense of like, I know this person is so not for me, but I saw them and I could have bolted. But there's a thing like you're a human.
Yeah.
And they're human. So
Yeah.
at the
And you're
very-
already there.
It's like basic courtesy, right?
Yeah,
like you kind of
like-
I don't fancy
Yeah.
her. She's not looking like
So-
what you meant. So let's just have a dinner.
And that's what we did. We had lunch. We said our farewells. Never saw her
Ew,
again.
a lunch date.
Yeah, those-
You
those-
always meant for that to be platonic then. No. I went on one lunch date.
No, lunch dates are
no.
safer, no.
No, they're good. They're
No.
good. Like you see, this is interesting because I don't even really when I date now, I don't do lunch or dinner. I do coffee.
I thought he was like, I do the bedroom.
Babe, want to come on over?
I'm the meal. Not even a snack.
That's funny.
Oh, no. Coffee,
Damn.
absolutely not. No.
Yep, that's
No,
how
I want a meal. I like my food.
I don't want a meal.
Feed
Because,
me.
No. Because if you get there and, okay, I'm kind of thinking back into like pandemic days where you'd meet someone on Hinge and then you have to meet them and realize whether or not you fancy them. If I already know that I fancy a person, I can do a meal. But like if you're doing the online dating, it
How
has
do
to
you know
start
you
with a
fancy
drink.
someone before you met them?
No. I mean, if I met someone, I fancy them,
okay.
then we go from
I only
there.
fancy like someone when I meet them. I never fancy them via messaging and stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Unless
Yeah.
you met them out. But the last guy I met out and I was just like, he was like staring at me and I was like, I like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and they're looking at you from across the
Yeah,
room.
and I went to my friend, I was like, is he looking at me?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, he's looking.
And did you ever ask him if he was vegan?
No.
No. Never asked him how he voted.
No.
Because that is bottom of the list when you date. I'm telling you, it's just like, who
Yeah, it's not. I don't care. If we vibe, then
Yeah.
it's all good. It's just about mutual respect, and I feel like if you don't have that, then it's just not going to work, regardless of your religious beliefs or what you eat. It's just
Yeah.
standard to me.
Yeah. I 100%.
But remember, I
agree.
was saying about the whole the ick when it comes to guys,
Okay.
and when guys are coming to me, be like, "Oh, I love a bit of brown sugar."
Oh, brown sugar, no. No.
Could you not? I'm not a food like.
What's worse, brown sugar or chocolate? Or are they
Both,
both horrendous? Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Brown sugar I got when I was in Thailand and Egypt.
Okay. So you're actually noticing like the degradations
Yeah,
across the
Egypt
globe.
was a lot. And I didn't think I'll get noticed because I was like, they're brown as well, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, we're different browns. And I was with like two very blonde white girls. I was like, I ain't going to get noticed. And they were like, brown sugar, come. I was like, what's happening? What's going on?
Oh my god.
And then when you're in England.
Did you feel unsafe? 'Cause-
Yeah, a little
Yeah. I'm
bit.
so sorry. That's
Yeah, it happens a lot. This wasn't a solo trip, but when you travel solo as a black woman, you have to have certain. I Google because it can be quite scary.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then in England, like a guy will come up to you and be like, oh, I love brown girls. Yeah. I love
Ugh.
skin. I'm like, babe.
Let's not start off with fetishizing me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
no,
it's
can we
not an
It's a
opener.
compliment.
Ugh.
Guys have got better.
Have they?
Yeah.
That's because I've been speaking to them.
Yeah. You've been speaking. You've been talking to your peoples.
Yeah, I've been
All of
letting
them.
know.
And your people's been talking to peoples. But what is your ick? What is your big ick?
I don't even know. I let a lot of things slide, I think. But like on the tangent of inappropriate comments on the vegan side of things, let me know if you've heard this, but when guys hear you're vegan, they're like, So does that mean you don't swallow? And I first heard that as a teenager. I think I was like 14, 15. Yeah. But from other teenagers, at least. Like, it wasn't like a...
I went to a girls'
20-year-old.
school when I was in church.
I went to a girls' school, and it was the boys at the boys' school that was like...
No, there's always, when there's a girls' school, there's always a boys' school,
this
very
wasn't even
close.
my boys' school.
No, but there's always one really close.
No,
The boys
I
used
had to
hang out.
travel. I had to travel
You travelled to the
find
boys' school? Scandalous.
I know.
Not me, I was in church.
And once these boys were also like very curious about tampons, and I was like, I have one if you want to have it. And then they had it, and then like 5 minutes later, they're setting it on fire to see how it burns. I'm like, what are men?
Oh, that would have been me. I was a bit of a fire star when I was younger.
Dear Lord. Okay.
Yeah, tissue is very flammable.
I'm scared of fire.
I really liked fire as a kid.
Well,
Did I shock you, Mum?
one of you's certainly.
Do you know what? You said it was a safe place.
No,
you know what?
It was just funny after you
Just take
said
my
that.
wine and mind my business.
It was just so quiet afterwards. It was like.
I didn't know where to go from there. Anyway, I think we actually have to wrap up. Okay, do you think the next guy you're going to date, vegan or not vegan?
It's going to be non-vegan.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
But it's going to be hot.
I completely disagree with that. My one will not be.
Oh, what are you saying about me?
No, you can have what you want. I just don't generally go for like...
No, hot for me.
Good for you.
Like my type. I don't care what other people think.
Yeah. No, I just feel like it's low on my list of priorities. Their sex appeal is very like not based on how
Yeah,
they
but
look.
sex appeal
No,
is different.
It's an energy rather than a...
Yes, it doesn't have to be about looks.
Okay.
I have
when you say hot,
I have
it's all
many
about that
types.
energy.
I don't have one type. Do you have one type?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're the same in that way.
Good. Yeah, no. And you know when people are like, what's your type? I'm like,
Psst, dude.
damn if I know. Like,
Dude.
red flags,
Male.
apparently. Yeah. Okay, Roman, do you want to sign us off? I feel like you got the smoothest voice here. What's your final thoughts? How's it been recording with us? What do you think about
Final
vegans after this?
Well, I mean, I've known a lot of vegans for a long time. So
How do we rank in comparison?
Are we your best friends now?
I'll be honest. The biggest thing I've learned from being producer on this pod is that vegan women don't like vegan men. That was blown away by that one. But that's great. I'll be eating meat for life then.
Oh, dear. No. We've done a bad service here.
Damn,
We've done
sorry.
a bad
Yeah,
service.
you lot weren't thinking this one through. But
No.
yeah.
Okay. However,
I don't discriminate.
yeah, I feel like there are some vegans that like to exclusively date vegans, and I'll have to do a follow-up episode dragging one of them on, and they'll be like, "So I heard that when you did with Marsha, you bitches," and we'll have that.
I said what I
conversation.
said.
There will be a sequel.
I said
There-
what I said.
We said what we said. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Please do rate the podcast, hopefully highly, and leave a review, hopefully a nice one. And if you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that malarkey. Please leave your thoughts down below because we are not the authority on this is the overlying statement. But yes, thank you for listening. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
And
you for
also,
having me.
Roman, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Blup, blup, blup.